going into middle school.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and look at me. Did he have his 11?
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a day in the life video, but I had to start a little later in the afternoon because I have the kids had an appointment. They had their EFMP physicals, which went really good, and my their current provider, she said she would, I'm so sorry I'm eating and talking, but I'm hungry. It's like noon. But she said she would stick with our family through the entire process. So their doctor will also be the person doing their screening, their interview, all of that. If you want a more detailed like instruction in how I'm going through the process of EFMP for O'Connor's PCS, all my military people, I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to do like real sit down videos and things of that nature, but today's just a day in the life, and that is one appointment that I had on the books. So I did that. So yes, I took care of that, and what I'm going to do right now, I actually have to go back on post because we're getting the kids' IDs today. My daughter, she's already got hers. You know, she's a teenager, but it's expired. So we have to have an updated one to go overseas. And then my middle son, he is 12, and I never got his original ID. So we're going to go back on post in a little bit and get that in probably like a couple of hours. But I just did not want to hang around post all day. Because the appointment in the morning and the ID appointment. So yeah, so we're all gonna go in like 2 hours, and we're gonna get that. Our PCS, our actual move, is not for another solid 5 months. So it seems like I'm doing things early, but when you're doing a PCS move overseas, when you're going to a different country, you've got to get on stuff early, because you can't get an appointment in a week or two. You know, appointments take at least 2 weeks at a time, you know, to book and to get. And so that's why I'm starting super early. But yeah, you guys, so now that I'm home, and I know this is like the start of the video, it is noon, but because we got a lot going on, I'm going to throw a frozen pizza in the oven for the kids to eat for lunch. I'm going to get these dishes clean because I didn't really have the time after I made breakfast this morning and we ran out the door. And then after that, we'll be on our way and see what the day holds. So let's get started on a little tidying up. You guys, I got this from Temu. It's purple, my favorite color, bedazzled. But I think it was like $8. And this I've left this in El Paso heat in my truck, hot as you know what. And guess what? It still stays cold. I stay frozen. So all y'all out there buying Stanleys and every other expensive cup you can find, let me tell you, Temu, stainless steel, the material's the same. $8, freezing cold.
So you guys, really quick, I wanted to show you what I got at the semi-annual sale at the Bath and Body Works at Freedom Crossing. Usually their prices are really good anyway. They're 25 to 30% off the national prices, but they participate in the semi-annual sale, and I got me this little spray set. I love anything rose, and like I love florals and just fresh scent, so I had to grab this up. Also, while I was at Freedom Crossing, I went to the Dollar Tree that they have there, and I just got a couple of like busy items for my kids throughout their summer break. It's not too long because my kids go to school year round, but they're definitely not going to sit on their screens all day. And I know it's a challenge because they're always complaining and crying and, you know, asking me, but I will say no 20 times a day. I really don't care. I just cannot have them sitting on a screen all day. I can't. So I've got a couple of these like workbooks so that I can just kind of like reiterate the skills that he already learned this year, and also some other ones to help him to his next upcoming grade. So you guys, we are going to start off in the kitchen, of course, trying to get everything finished up before we have to head out for the kiddos ID appointments. And I'm going to start by clearing off my countertops because I can't stand doing the kitchen in general. So when I do the dishes, I want to be done. I just want to walk out the kitchen. I don't want to have to do a whole lot of anything else. So I start with, wiping the counters down, putting everything away so that it'll be like easy. The dishes are the last thing. It's the most time consuming, and then I'll just be done. But what I will do quickly is I will run my dishwater about once a week. I put a little bit of bleach in it just, to disinfect. I know bleach in general, using it, some people aren't big on it, the chemicals, the smells, etc. But I can't stand to be sick. I can't stand having like the stomach flu and all that other stuff. And I find that bleach kills germs. And though it makes me have wrinkly grandma hands, it's worth it. Right now, I'm going to very quickly put away these dishes that my teenager washed last night so that I can, get started on the ones in the sink and just have space for them. Are any of you moms out there in the stage of teenagers? I love that I have someone that's older and I can trust her with so much, and she's so doggone helpful. But it is bittersweet, you have to enjoy every stage. I honestly would give anything to, have her and her little bows again, and honestly just waiting on her hand and foot like I did. The years go by so fast. You got to enjoy every moment as much as you can. So you guys, about this PCS, I really can't express how excited I am to go overseas to Germany. I have been there once, but that was as a single soldier, and it was over a decade ago. So going back now with the family is so exciting. I know realistically, I don't think I'd ever get the opportunity to travel to Europe with my family. There's quite a few of us, and honestly, we are just not in the tax bracket to afford that. But it's so exciting, this opportunity for me and the kiddos. Most PCSs, whether they're overseas or stateside, are quite, daunting. There's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of, appointments and things that need to get done. And so I'm starting really early with all our preparation. Even though we don't leave until around the holiday season, I do not like rushing. I don't like things being done at the last minute. It gives me loads of anxiety. So whenever, big projects or big things happen, I lean into them and I go full force, and I constantly plan ahead and look for ways that I can cut off problems, just so that when it's crunch time, there isn't, too much to be worried about. So I'm just going to prep dinner. I'm not going to cook it just yet because of the kiddos' appointments. I am just going to prep it. I've got, the seasoning that I want to roll my chicken in. I do usually 9 times out of 10 leave the skin on when I cook. So I like it to get crispy. So I'm just putting the seasoning on top. I already have the chicken marinating in the refrigerator, but I do want, just to coat it with some seasoning as it's baking in the oven. So what I'm making is just a recipe that I saw online, and I'm pretty sure I've made quite a few changes to it. It's called like lemon turmeric chicken. I'm not going to put too much turmeric. I just put a little bit on it, but I did mix it with a good amount of curry so it can still have that flavor as well as the color. So we're at the appointment, and because my children are already enrolled in DITL, of course, it was really easy. My husband just had to sign a little bit of paperwork, and they took a picture of the kiddos, and that was that. Back home, I'm gonna get this chicken started and in the oven. As I told y'all before, I had marinated it already, and I just want to roll it into the seasonings so that it'll get nice and crispy while it bakes. So you guys, on to my vegetable for this evening. It is kale. If you are an oldie but goodie, this is something that you've seen on my channel a million times because I eat kale probably about once a week, and it's something that most of my family likes. Eli won't eat it in large amounts, but because it has bacon in it, he'll definitely pick at it. So it's a staple around here. So guys, I'm just plating up dinner right now. I made some rice to go with it, and I have a little bit of thin gravy that I made from, all of the droppings when I was baking, everything that was left, in the bottom of the pan. I made a little bit of a gravy to go with it. One thing I really enjoy about this meal is we are, at the beginning of summer, and to tell you the truth, in El Paso, Texas, the beginning of summer and the end of summer, there's really not a difference. Like, we start at 99 and the end of the summer ends at 105. It's just hot all around. But I want to spend as little time as I can in the kitchen. So putting something in the oven is absolutely perfect. And I have a rice cooker, which helps a lot. So the only time I had to be at the stove was with the kale. Going to move on now to tidying up after dinner. I am so at peace when I have put everything back in its place and did one last vacuum for the day. I own a husky and there's hair everywhere, so vacuuming is a must daily. If you guys have made it this far into my video, I'm really grateful, and we are at the end. My last chore for the day is giving Luna a really light brush. It's summertime and she is shedding by the pound, honestly. So for the next couple of weeks, this will be a thing that I do every other day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.